Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Welcome to episode 2 of this contest that we're doing this week. This week's contest is Hallelujah. We released our first part yesterday. We listened to the cover version by Lucy Thomas, and today we are gonna do Jeff Buckley's version. I think I have heard this version a couple times before, but I don't think I ever actually listen to this with really a lot of attention. So I'm happy that I got a chance to do that. And I heard that Cohen himself said he loved this version a lot. I'm not sure, the fact checking part is up to you guys. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments, but I don't know, there is a vague thing that somebody told me that actually that's what happened. But this video has a lot of views, so I'm so excited to get it started and listen to it, and also kind of get a good comparison between today's version and yesterday's version, because obviously this is a male singer, so it's gonna obviously be a lot, but I'm also very curious to see how his interpretation works in a lot of different verses, and how he uses basically the arrangement or things like that. So let's go and watch and listen to this version. Right off the bat, I mean, I know he hasn't started singing, but that was very different. Also, I don't remember this part, so maybe I haven't heard this version at all.
I have to say, until exactly a couple seconds before you paused, you couldn't guess that this is Hallelujah, but now it starts a little bit that the melodies and stuff. And I have to say, if the last cover was, or most of the covers of this song, even the original is more angelic or I don't know, hopeful or something, this intro itself, it has so many different feelings. It at some part it just turned so dark and so hopeless, and then it turned again hopeless, and then going forward, and I don't know, so many mixtures of feelings just in this couple minutes of intro.
Yeah,
and I really loved how they showed the details in this dark and
yeah,
little light.
that's what I was gonna say.
I saw
The visuals give a totally different vibe from the beginning, and then the introduction, obviously. And so here we go. I feel like he's about to start singing.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Wow.
Uh,
Totally different.
so different, completely different delivery and interpretation, as so many covers that are exist for this song. First of all, he doesn't start exactly as if you do the rhythm like that, he doesn't exact at the exact moment to sing, to start a sentence, and that, you know, half a like second later that he says it, he start to sing. Every time it adds this like storytelling, or like, yeah, I'm just, you know, this is my own song, and
Yeah.
I'm just, it also adds this vibe of like live music to it, so that it's like, okay, you already know the original, which is all, you know, start everything right, correct. Now I want to say like, I own this song, and now I want to say that this is the story, and it's really has this aspect of storytelling and talking a little more than the other versions. And what a unique voice color that he has.
Yeah, exactly. That's like his voice. I am pretty sure I haven't heard this then because like the moment he started singing, I was like, okay, I don't remember this part. I don't remember the intro. I don't think I've heard this one. But the voice color and the quality really surprised me in a good way. I was kind of expecting like a very, like his tone was really unique. It had like a perfect blend of like, I don't know, chest and really clear voice plus like raspiness plus airy. I cannot like pinpoint that. And I love that he was adding a little bit of like embellishment or some runs when he was singing, especially toward the end, like hallelujah. Like so the each syllabus was not like the same note, so it was kind of like running in between them. And I think that really like helped with the flow of it. It was so cool, and like the whole vibe of the song so far, as you said, it's really more dark and like more hopeless as opposed to like maybe
Yeah.
yesterday's song. So
Yeah, and it feels like he's really talking to you, especially because because of the some accents that he puts, you know, other than that he's like talking to you more than like singing. But like for example, when he said "do you," the accent that he put it on "do," it was exactly I had this feeling that he's talking to me, and he's like, "Do you really?" He's like really talking and saying a story to you.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Okay, here we go.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throat and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. And love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
So far we got to the climax. I think that she was really going at it. right? That was the part that she really
Yeah.
like started, like, I don't know, like putting, I guess, like
With the
putting a lot of
arrangement.
embellishment, and the arrangement kind of like went to like a peak. And then I love that in this version, I mean, obviously you could see that we are in a climax, but everything is still in a very smaller scale, and it's very still that intimate feel to it. As you said, he's just talking to maybe one person. That still like carries through the whole song so far. I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but I kind of like that because I don't know, then the character just stayed throughout the song, and I loved after you said that he doesn't start right away on the first like beat. The phrases are kind of like delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I couldn't like.
Now it was sometimes even sooner.
I know.
Like he was, yeah,
And
start sooner the sentence. It was really interesting.
it was very interesting, and I love that he was like he was kind of mixing singing with like speech like phrases or words. Sometimes he was like he mixed them up, and I love that because again totally different interpretation from yesterday's. So that was really interesting to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, if the yesterday's song was something more like telling something overall to all the people, or like something bigger than one person, or like, generalizing or something, general for everybody, this feels so intimate. And so, first of all, it feels so much more introvert. I can really see his personality, that he's a really introvert person, and the whole thing, it's so personal. It feels like he's talking about himself, and it's really a personal story, not like a general big, hallelujah story. And I have to say that, exactly as you said, for the climax, instead of like making it bigger, or from the instrument, or from the volume or something, he decided to make it more intense, like with faster vibra. I mean, because I am a violinist and I play strings, I really pay attention to vibratos every time, how fast or how slow or how wide or intense they are. So he used, especially in some last parts of words, he used more intense and faster and smaller vibratos to add this intense moment, so that you feel like it's a climax. And yeah, really, I like how how it makes a contrast between this like really rhythmic, like completely like to da, da, like this thing that is going, and just with really this structure, and have this structure in the music. But then how freely he sings, he start everywhere he wants. He's not following this rhythm, and it's like the freedom and the individuality, and you can feel this contrast between the freedom and the individuality of himself, and the really structured music with really a peaceful and a continuous flow.
Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do you? Remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a calling, it's a broken hallelujah.
Yeah, exactly. This is a completely new song to me. It added such a different effect and after effect into me that it's completely, because all this time I thought about this song as a sacred or something like not earthy, or it's something not about the humans or something, and it's something holy. But he made it completely, especially in the last parts that after the last time that you paused, it felt so humanly and so earthy, and about like the pain and everything that the humans have, that it's completely now a new gave me completely new thoughts from this song. And I loved how he felt and how he meant really what he was singing. Like, for example, when he was saying the broken at the very end of it, this raspiness and this brokenness that he added also to his voice, I could really feel that he's feeling, and exactly with this vibrato that he was putting in, it was like a cry, it felt like somebody is crying and saying it. I loved it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think the thing that you said about how it feels more earthy, I also felt that too. I felt like it's very like the delivery of him plus the mixture of like how he used some falsetto, but he also started intimate, but also went on his full resonance. Like the mixture of that plus his delivery gave me like a vulnerable feeling. So it was really like from like, I don't know, it's like the vulnerability was at the point of it. They compared to, for example, the yesterday's version that we listened to, and I think that was I don't know, that was the main difference. And I love these both versions. Like for now, I love them at the same level to me. But also remember that yesterday I was talking about how I love the tempo to be really steady. I think I'm gonna take that back because he was not doing that necessarily. First of all, his phrasings when he was singing was more like floating on the instruments. It was not like an exact like metronomic singing. But also I think because I think the yesterday's version was like they cut some of the verses, but then he was going for the full version. I think maybe like being too strict with the tempo, maybe it might not have sounded that good. So I actually love that he added that intro, and then the instrumental in between, and also the tempo really felt like everything is like floating on top of each other, as like versus like a really like grounding structure and the singer being on top. So, and I think that being like both of them were kind of like minimalistic accompaniment, but this was really minimalistic because of just the guitar and himself, and also the camera angles that was showing not even his whole face, just the mic and the mouth, and also like the weird camera angles. I think that also played a role as like getting this introverted version of it. So I think that's what I love, that he really like changed the interpretation of this, and then he really made it his own. He switched some of the phrasing, but at the same time not so much, but it made it kind of again vulnerable and really like coming from a more broken place compared to yesterday's song. So yeah, that was really interesting version. And I'm 100% sure that I had never heard this version. I don't know what version I heard that I thought it's Jeff Buckley, but yeah, so that was very like such a 180-degree switch from yesterday. So make sure you come back tomorrow, guys, for the last version of this song, and hopefully by that time I can make up my mind about which version. So far I don't know. I mean, I like both of them a lot, so we'll see by tomorrow. I think I should go listen to them before making a decision a couple times more. So that was it. So thank you guys for following us along and listening to this part of this contest as well. Don't forget to drop your comments below, like this video, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there is a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.